the lens minnow. Sorry, I can't speak. Try some of these colors out, see if it's really working that good. I think people are using this at the 4.5, but hopefully Leo says, I bought the Zyman P-Series 2 GS60 for chopper, but tried them on a Troll Octuba. Do you mean for copper? Those are good. What's up, Disco? Spinning reels have a test too, but it's just hidden. I didn't know that. Go get them. Oh, no, I'm not doing brown trout today. I am going to probably fish at elk just a little bit, and then I might go do copper or something bottom fishing for a little while so I can work on Santiago's tasks in the little bit of time that we have. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go to 4.5. Oh, I bet, Blunty. It's different from reel to reel. Interesting. So this is a pretty small setup to go fishing at 4.5, but I do want to see, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think these boats are pretty cool. I think they did a good job with the boat model at Elk. It's funny that it released without rod holders. It feels like in some ways it feels like the map was probably, had been worked on for a long time. But then in some ways it feels like some things were rushed, right? Like not having the trailer video, releasing the boat without rod holders, which might have been intentional, and then they realized, like, wait, why aren't we, letting them troll, even if it's not that good? Like, maybe we want to give them the option. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. You think that the release was rushed because of the Steam Fish Fest? 2, 4. I did not cast very far. Oh, have you tried it, Bacon? I have not tried it, nor have I heard anything about it. You're the first person to even mention it. Yeah, frogs on the map would be really cool, Wrangler. Tweebert, you think it was Fish Fest as well? Where is that challenge? The picker one? Was that actually a free-to-play challenge? Because there is something a little tricky about it. Okay, so is it possible most that you're getting which one did I do this on? I used this one, right? The Model 1. So yeah, the problem is strength, not action. That's what I was thinking too. You've got to go medium power, not medium action. So check and see what power it is. That might be the issue. I mean, at least you know you can catch the fish, I guess, but that's frustrating that that rod doesn't work because now that you've used it, you can't return it, right? Oh, everybody's rushing their content for Fish Fest? That's crazy. I feel like you're like breaking a cardinal rule of game development by doing that. Yo, what's up, Mr. Zoo? Okay, we're anchored down, but we're still spinning, and we've been anchored down for a long time. I know we've got 11 meters per second wind, but all right, so this is not working for me. Hold on. It might be the setup I'm trying to use. But let's see if we can get it jigging first of all. And it's just not casting as far as I expected it to, but max cast is probably far enough. This is the strongest wind you've seen at Elk yet? Yeah, this seems like a full-blown storm, huh? The one thing, I probably should try this on a little bigger setup so that we can use the heavier jig hook, and it'll probably jig step a little easier. Oh, good call on the wind. Yeah, thank you, Wrangler. Nice, Blue Tip. I'm glad it finally came through for you. I'd like to try this, but I think this isn't the right setup. Let's that is probably about the leader size we need to use, but that goes up to 15. Why don't we just do something like this? Huge test. I don't think we have to be at 10. Let's try 12.3. And then we'll get a much larger 2. Like this one weighs 17 grams. And then we'll put the same lure on. And let's just see. Now we could do a much heavier. I just want to see if getting a little heavier will help. Okay, that's casting a lot farther. But what I'm curious about is the jig step. Oh, is that right, Blunty? Oh, quick bite. Okay, okay. We could put smaller line on. We're not using that much line. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's what we're here for. All you need is the Xander. There's a cafe, nice. Oh yeah, those early cafes for low-level players are beautiful. They're so easy to get as long as you're just like sitting there doing easy float fishing and stuff. don't know. See if we do 50, like, if that actually gets jigged up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hmm. Hmm. So we wouldn't want to do this probably at night with this setup because of how small the leader is. Hoping that was just a really big, fat, juicy bass, though. I gotta be honest. That hit it on the drop. It's a white crappie. I mean, bass. One of the whites. Yo, what's up, Odin? Doing good, doing good. Yo, it's a flathead. Okay. Okay. Well, that does seem to be working, although I'm not getting the bite rate I was hoping I might on bass type fish. Um let's see. I don't know if it's still working, but maybe we could try throwing this crawl a little bit. Oh man, a long cast. The blue lobster. So that would be the smaller setup, right? Yeah, what's up, Crushstar? Doesn't really matter? Okay. I guess in this spot, though, I'd want to use a medium, like this size setup because I'm going to hit catfish, right? Ooh, I love that we got a bite on the first cast, though. No, what'd you catch it on? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The old freshwater drum. Let's see. I guess I haven't looked at I haven't looked at the trophy room yet today. All right, white bass. What you catching though? I don't think I've had a white bass trophy yet either. Oh, y'all are catching that on float, huh? But Wrangler, you probably caught it on spinning, didn't you? All right, so you caught a on the lobster. Where are you? 104.82. Oh, oh, you're fishing down here, but it looks like you're casting kind of up along the 4.5 still. What setup are you using? Oh, you're using 12 kilo because that probably stays. Does that stay out of the cats more down there? Okay, that definitely makes me want to try that. You're still catching cats? Just don't care? The lure doesn't get many cats? Okay. Alright, I'll move over. I'll move to your spot and try it. Might be fine up here too, but I'll move down to where you were. But I might try to get this drum for a couple casts. Oh, that's a nice fish. This lure just feels like it's catching pretty good fish at the moment. Oh, really? That's what you caught that trophy white bass on? Same setup? Okay. Doesn't matter? Okay. Ooh, come on. Come to Papa. Just don't be a catfish and I'm in love. 17 kilo setup. Um, I haven't fished at elk that much yet, but I feel like this is definitely catfish. Yeah, that's catfish, right? It just was like it just sitting there. You know what I mean? Like it was just sitting there. It wasn't able to pull. Didn't really seem like it cared about pulling. It was just kind of, that's a flat though. That's definitely my biggest flathead. 8.8 flathead? No chance I have a flathead that big before that. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Dead weight, exactly. Oh, you thought your largemouth was so Wrangler, I just feel like, and I am not, um, I don't have as much experience as some of you all do. I think of somebody like Jake, who actually has done this semi-professionally or whatever in real life, fishing for bass. But a lot of people have fished for bass their whole life. Um, I don't, in my opinion, we're not quite there yet on what it feels like to hook into a bass in real life. And I don't know like how to translate it into the game. I'm not, I mean, you could probably say that about any fish, but I think they could make it a little more impactful. I think it needs to be crazy in the first few seconds. I don't know, but when you hook into a good bass in real life, I feel like, yes, it's crazy for a couple seconds, but you're either getting it in pretty fast or you're probably not getting it in. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have long bass fights. Now, again, maybe people do, and it's just not me. But I don't know. Freedom fish just fight different. Yeah, that's right, Bacon. That's part of it. That's part of it, is I am used to those topwater blow ups. Peacock bass need to be fierce. Problem is that it's a beginning lake. Well, another problem is we're allowed to use these huge setups. So you could also argue that we're just like completely overpowering them, but I think even on like this setup, I still think it would be like, whoa, you know, for a second there, you'd be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, what Lane said. A bass shakes his head twice and then it's in the boat. Peacock need to be way more fierce than largemouth. I mean, I wouldn't know a peacock bass if it was nibbling on my toes, you know, so. Striper bass can be real tedious. Lane says 2 pound carp outfights a 10 pound bass. Yeah, I guess if you mean like over time, but I don't know. I haven't caught carp in real life, but in those first few moments, even a small bass can make you feel like you're king of the world in those first few moments. And then you realize you just pulled out, you know, a half a pound largemouth or something. Not long fights, but also the setups we use for bass are honestly really oversized. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, maybe that's what I need to try to figure out is like, okay, let's try to hook into a largemouth bass with a true, you know, I mean, what are people actually using out in the world? Like an 8 pound line? Is that what most people are bass fishing with in real life, basically? On a 6.4 liter, the skirted jig can be fun. What's the best way to fish for alligator gar? I have not caught a gar yet, so I don't know. 8 to 12 pound line. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not saying that it matters whether or not you catch the bass. I'm saying realistically, when I'm out there fishing for a bass in real life and I catch it and I'm like, holy cow, this bass is crazy. I've also got like 8-pound line on. You're using 4-pound, 10-pound braid, 8-pound fluoroliter for bass. There you go, Keephius. There you go. And maybe it varies person to person or different areas, but I think that's the other thing I have to remember is that we're just not using the same equipment that I would be out there in real life. Yeah, and I guess there's part of me that's like, I know ultralight stuff is too expensive for it to be required for this lake. Um, I don't know. See, I would have been fine if they would have released like, I mean, I really would have been fine if they would have had really strict gear requirements. Like, even maybe you can only use, it's a private lake. You can only use gear rented or purchased here, maybe. I don't know. And then you could have really tailored it. But you would have had to change some things. Because if you're going to be that restrictive, you probably don't want to have the largemouth bass hanging out at the bottom of the 4.5 meter hole with the catfish. I don't know. The bass might want to be near the weeds and stuff like in real life. I don't know. What's up, McGee? You've yet to catch a trophy? Haven't really been trying or fishing that hard? It's a starter lake. Beginners will still struggle with starter equipment. Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't have visited? Well, you can't make everybody happy. I mean, we know that's the case. I'm just saying for me, I think having restrictions on copper has been a really good thing for copper is what I would say. And I think you could have taken some of those same concepts and applied them here. Yeah, that's right, Krishtar. And I may be in the minority. I mean, they certainly did not go that direction. But, you know, day one, like a lot of like what we've talked about. You know, we're out here, people are using regals, like a basically a saltwater conventional reel with a power switch on it, you know? I just that's why I'm saying Dragon Claw, if it's a level 1 lake, the way you have restrictions on it is that you assume that a level 1 player is purchasing the gear from this map. So you could still have some very affordable, inexpensive gear, but it's stuff that you're allowed to use here. And since they're a new player, of course they would purchase it here because this is where they are. Yeah, that's true, Turp. That's also true, Dragonclaw. That's fair. I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, that changes your design decisions about maybe even how you create the lake in the first place. Well, and I wasn't saying, I mean, I'm part of the problem. I'm using a steelhead. Do you know what I mean? Like steelhead clearly is a very strong reel for a level 1 lake. I wasn't comparing people who use the Regal to me using the steelhead and saying I'm so much better. I'm saying this is the problem. If I want to have fun fishing bass, I probably need to stop using. But I know that I'm fishing in a spot where we're going to hit these big catfish and other stuff, drums and stuff, so. So you know how if you choose Elk Lake, I mean, I did this on my leveling mini series. If you choose Elk Lake, they give you, you know, different gear, basically. Not different gear. They give you 2 different lures, 2 of the new lures. Is that in place of something? If I would have chosen Mosquito and then traveled to Elk Lake, is all I'm doing is losing 28 silver by not getting those 2 lures? Oh, I wouldn't say that what you purchase at Elk Lake can't be used elsewhere. I wouldn't go restrictions in that direction. Like if a level 1 player started Elk Lake, saved up for, I don't know, whatever gear, and then wanted to go use that at Belaya or Quarry, like I think that would be fine. That great. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's off meta. There's a million options in the game. Being off meta is great, right? I think that's part of the appeal of this game is that there's not just like one answer. Maybe the Regal is kind of the one answer for that one situation. What do I save for if I don't have a Vinga and I'm about to start fishing at the ocean? And that's kind of, I guess, meta. Maybe the Caliber HSV, but even that I feel like is not meta anymore because so many people are concerned about copper. They go a different direction. I think it's like spice of life kind of thing, having variety. What am I doing? I'm staring at the out into the void is what I'm doing. I think I was trying to figure out what do I want to put. I think I'm just going to use the same setup I was using. Wrangler, if I remember correctly, you were using a 1/0 hook for that lobster, but I could be wrong. I could go back and find it, I guess. Let's see. You were definitely on a smaller setup. See, this is, I think I do want to do that. You were using 12 kilo. Let's just go ahead and put this in my second slot. This is a slightly bigger setup, but this is the smaller one. This is actually perfect for it as long as I can get under the weight. I might be slightly over, but I think I have a smaller bullet if I am. All right, so we're slightly over. I know you could do it like that, but we could also do this. Let's see if this feels like it messes anything up to go this light. All right, we'll try it. Do those skirted spinners work at Yama? Has anyone tested? I have certainly not. The Overlord was carrying me hard. Overlord is superb for carp and Yama. Overlord. Is that the seasonal one? Wait, what's the Overlord? Can't remember what that is. Yo, what's up, Deriza? Yo, Grumpy, how's it going? Yo, this is a good sign. I can feel the fish, guys. Yeah, it's from the fair. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, let's try to go 90% cast instead of max next time. How to use a jig? The same way I'm using this. Hey, this is a bass, folks. This is a bass. That's a largemouth. We are bass fishing. You would a spoon or something, but it works really well. Uh-oh. Stream's dead? Wait, what? Stream's dead? Huh. So we're back, but I wonder what happened. I actually don't even show... I don't show any dropped frames or anything. Did we just disconnect for a second? Could have been on Twitch side. Yo, Fat Otter. Fat Otter's been on the trophies, by the way, here at Elk. $98, $93. That's at camp. So, Krishtar, you're saying that are you saying you missing a lot of hook, like setting the hook at elk? HQS perfect swim 1/4. Ooh, okay, I felt that. That's a little better. How do I use that blue ball? I like to match it with the lure. I don't know what you're asking me. I just like to match it with the lure color-wise, as close as I can. Hey, it's a walleye. Okay. All right, HQS. Well, you only can use it if you're doing a Texas rig. Is that what you mean? And you obviously have to get it from the store. And if you haven't unlocked Texas rig, then you can't use it. Or Carolina, I guess. So you're just going to do jigging, so it'll look similar, but you won't have that as part of your rig. It'll just be... Jigging rig will just look like this. Is daytime or nighttime better for trolling at 80? We're talking about Norway, huh? I think it's pretty bad both, unless it's not. I've had really slow, very poor luck trolling at Norway myself, except for like small stuff with like flying collar rig. That's been okay at times, but going for the big stuff for me has always just been painfully slow when I'm trolling. I probably have had a little better bite rate during the day, but again, I might not be the one to ask. I mean, I just can't hardly catch anything trolling. That's right. Is that another walleye? I guess, you know, it is nighttime. We're hitting the walleye a little bit. So most people, a Gram Shack, most people on Wacky Rig do a very, very slow retrieval. That's a great question. Is a walleye like a zander? They look alike, don't they? I mean, I'd have to look it up. Somebody's going to know in chat, but so usually people that are doing wacky will do super slow retrieval, like real slow, like 4, 8, something like that. And then you might pause in there. It's not going to tell you like, oh, you're doing the jig step or something like that, but oh, really? 53 kilo. It's a warmouth. Flathead. It's called the American Zander. There you go. Well, there you go. You have a preference? Question mark. I just got retrieval with paws. You use Texas or Carolina, and what size leaders? I'm using Texas, and I think on this setup I've got like an 11.6 liter. Yeah, 11.6. If I wasn't a little scared of catfish, I'd go down to 6.4. The baby walleye. Oh, oh, that's amazing. Man, Wacky Rig might be your secret weapon there. Yeah, Shoddy, I usually will use PVA until my stack of 60 bags is finished if I'm doing the 10 gram, and then I would not refill it for a while. It's typically what I do. It probably varies on like the bite rate and that kind of stuff, but I'll usually use up a whole stack. It's a nice little spot. Thank you, Wrangler. Get some nice little fish here. So this is at 29 break. This is like prime, feel the fish. Can you get it in? The fight is real. Hopefully it's not a little catfish though. Ugh. Boo. Boo to you, little catfish. Really? Oh, I see what's happening. You can only... Okay, gotcha. You can only push off every second or two. We're going to... Yo, what's up, Ziggsy? We're going to try this spot cast here, 75-45. I think that's what it was. Since it is nighttime. You got another big fish on? Hey, good luck. $75.45. Oh, come on. Are we unable to walk on the rock? We're having difficulty navigating the rocks here. I can't get to 75.45. Were you in a boat, Cassavir? Oh, I got there. Well, I got to 74.46. So we're gonna say that's good enough, and we're gonna go back to an 8. I think you said 1.5 depth. And we're just gonna cast right here. Ooh, Ziggsy. That does sound fun. That does sound fun. All right, so now we've just got one line in. Maybe I can handle this without it becoming too much of a problem. Yeah, the question here will be, how many Vendis are there in this spot? Shoot, I missed a bite. Let's just reset it. Well, you're having good luck then. Oh, we're touching bottom right here. Y'all think we want to be touching bottom for whitefish? Maybe I'm not casting far enough out. Yeah, you do want to set the hook just like regular float fishing. If you're using the clip and you want to get use the clip signal disappearing as a signal that a fish might be on, then you do have to leave the bail open. Otherwise, if there's no current, you don't need to leave the bail open, in my opinion. But I think a lot of people do, and I am honestly not the one to be giving anyone float fishing advice. Was that another walleye? Yep. You miss all the fish. What do you think you're doing? Do you think you're setting it too soon? And what kind of fish are you going for? Stuff like carp are just so take a while to get used to because of how nibbly they are. Where some types of fish are a little easier. They tend to strike a little quicker. I like using match rod at like Tunguska or Yama. I'm sure is a lot of fun. Tuba can be good. I'm sure it's good here at Elk, although I haven't tried that a lot yet. Um, so yeah, if you're leaving the bail open, then when you pick it up and the float's completely under, what I would do is close the bail and then control right click to set the hook. If I'm on it, that usually works for me. Nice mirror carp, Captain Malone. I'm not sure what I did different this time, but I was not getting jig step very much there. Okay, now we're there. Kidding me? Speaking of missing a float or a fish on float. Nice sculpin. So I'm actually guessing that Ventus aren't very active in this spot. I think we would have caught a lot more fish, but maybe if we're patient, we'll see the whitefish come in. I don't know. Wait, is Biffa catching all the trophies now? Telling you, I don't know that Biffa's float fishing, but I do feel like float fishing seems to increase your trophy chance here on those small fish. I am so fortunate. That should have been a we missed it fish, but oh, Rippus. You know, if I had to choose, I'd rather catch Rippus than Ventus. If that was the only option, you can catch a Rippus or you can catch a Ventus. I would choose Rippus. Not the fish that we're after. Oh, Biffa's saying perfect swim, 1/4 the white one. Okay. Excuse me, chat. Holy cow. Okay, okay. Wrangler thought that the largemouth was a bass, so maybe that's what we've got here. Little largemouth. Can always hope, right? Woo, girl. Yes. I kind of see what you mean. It kind of did feel like a catfish at first. Then it started bouncing a little bit, thankfully, but oh, we will take that. And something is absolutely nibbling its head off. Have the Ventus moved in? Did I speak too soon? Was it because it was overnight? This is very small. Okay. That's awesome, Deriza. Which ones did y'all get, by the way? What models did y'all get for your first one? I think you told us recently, didn't you, Deriza? It was one I hadn't heard of. Oh, you got the Rebellion. Yo, this is a free-to-play game, Tranquil Rooms. Welcome to the stream. You can play it through Steam or from their own launcher. You just have to create an account, register your account, and you're off fishing. Free to play. There are some premium features to the game, but some players play the game entirely free to play. So for no money at all, you can go catch you some bluegill and crappie and even bass. No, it is not on console. That would be amazing. Yeah, sport match. I love it. Is this like just a small fish or what's going on? Is that not the right command? Okay. Yeah, I think if there's any slack in the line, the control right click might not work. But yo, nice fish. Smallie. That's a 4-pound smallie right there. What are we even doing? We might as well just reset this. This is just a little Vindus. Gonna end up giving us fish got away thing, probably. Oh, maybe it's actually gonna take the bait. Yeah, that'd be cool if one day this game was on console. I don't know if that's gonna ever be the case, but that would be cool. Yo, what's up, Isendor? All that stress and all that waiting for 192 gram Vindus. It's been nibbling for so long, and I knew it was a Vindus. All right, Warmouth. Okay, that was a quick bite. Maybe that's not a Vindus. Didn't nibble for an hour and a half. Just don't be a Rippus either, please, or a Roach. I don't like this. I don't like this experience. Yeah, that's true, Zigga. That's true. Um, I'm so curious. Yeah, Steve. That's a game changer. I know PlayStation will have their Sony exclusives. I don't know. Stream cut off again? Yeah, it's not happening on my end. Is Twitch having problems today? Or is something going on that I'm not aware of? That's so weird. Yeah, it's not dropping on, at least, normally it'll tell me like if I have a drop frame or if it disconnects, and I'm not getting any indication at all. I'm going to try to cast it a little farther out on the float because we're just catching roach and Vindus. I'm starting to question if this is really the spot that I'm going to get a Volkov whitefish. I mean, we're having no whitefish, basically. What trophies have I caught on the new lake? That's a great question. I think I've caught a bluegill. And I think I've caught a warmouth. Catfish? Oh, no, the catfish was on my other account. I haven't caught a catfish trophy on this account, I don't think. I'll double check in a second, though. I might be forgetting something. Ooh. I love the way that, whatever this is, it kind of pulled in a significant way. That was pretty cool. All right, 4 trophies. Okay. Ooh, look at this. I think this is our first. Oh no, that's yes, that's our first white rock in this spot. In this spot, at least today. Oh my god, another Vindus. All right, Val. Let me see if I can find it. I'm actually gonna go grab a quick bathroom break. But let me see if I can find the spot you're talking about. So explore trophies. I don't use this website very much. There's nothing wrong with it. I just, I'm a creature of habit. All right, Ladoga Lake. 2 hours ago. How do I know which one is the Volkov whitefish? Quit popping ads up. I need to get one of those blockers, don't I? I can't read it. It's in another language. Is there a way to filter by languages or something? Or do I need to see what the fish looks like and match it up with uBlock origin? I think I did that before at one point, but they went crazy with how many species of bass they added. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's awesome, Steven. It has the rare tag. Has the rare tag. Okay, let me see. Oh, is that the only one that has the rare tag? Is that what you're telling me? So 1 hour ago. All right, let's see here. Volkov whitefish. Okay, I didn't spell it right. Whitefish. And weekly. Oh, it's not going to have the tag on this, is it? But does that look right? I guess that's the right one. Okay. So how do I find out about the spot then? I click on it. 73.55 it looks like. Oh, that's just behind me. That's just behind me. Okay, and then what are they fishing with? Well, I can't do sandwich, which is one problem, but 1.6 meter clip tin. Okay, great. Thank you. I'll try it. I will try anything at this point. 1.6 meter and clip tin. 73.55. You know, the one thing I wish they, and there may be a way to get this information on here, but I wish it would tell you what direction they were casting. I mean, I know in this spot that it's probably just straight out, but. All right, so it's right here. Oh gosh. I think it's just going to be like north. But there's a picture here. Yeah, they're just left of north, which is like this. So let's cast it. And then let's look at it. And let's hope for the best. All right, thank you. Try with the red crayfish. Wait, do you mean the this one? The 4.5 or the 3.5? I assume that's the one you're talking about. Oh. Oh, it's a different. Okay. I don't have that one. I'll have to get it. Whew. What was I about to do? I was about to go get a quick bathroom break and make a sandwich or something real fast. That's interesting. 4.5005. Okay. 4.5005. Gotcha. All right, let's do one more cast here, and then because I want to try to catch the first fish on float in this new spot before I go take a quick bathroom break. I'm casting with the wrong setup. This is not the right setup. And we caught a fish anyway. Hey, we got a fish. All right, let's see what it is. So the Rippus tricked me a little bit. Compared to the Vendus, they look more like they could be a whitefish before I get it in. So always excited, always hopeful. Yo, what's up, Promo? Doing good. How are you? Doing well. Having fun catching a few bass here. And we cast that a long ways. We do not have to cast it that far to catch fish. Although we did get a spotted this time. So at this point, we've got the spotted, the white rock, smallmouth, largemouth, And the white bass in this spot, along with walleye. Peacock was in another spot. About to try out the new map. Oh, nice. Oh, crap. I meant to take a break. All right, one more cast. Just one more cast. Oh, 13 striped. Nice. That's a nice one. Did Fish and Chill ever get his shark in? Another smallie? Cool. Cool. All right. I'll be right back. See you right back. Wow. Look at you killing the sharks. That's awesome. Now, it is interesting. I'm seeing people are using like size 4 hooks, but those are for those trophies. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what we should use, but let's try it because what if that lowers our Ventus bite rate? I don't know. Oh, moy. Whoa! This mouse wheel. What we got going here, chat? Oh, crap. Hey, what do you know? We're doing it double. We're doing it double. I'm cross-armed. The whole thing's a mess. We're doing it double. Casper, welcome back. Your spot did not work for me, but welcome back. What is this? I want to know. Drum, da drum, drum, drum. I'd be okay with that. Think. Vindus don't care. Vindus secretly have the biggest mouths in the world. You can't out hook size a Vindus. Trying to catch a 10-kilo fish on worms. Oh, I'm not sure, Jamie. I can't remember. Is that for one of those challenges to open up like a new recipe to catch bait or something? I feel like I remember that challenge. I don't remember what I did though. It's for the composter, yeah, composter. Germany 20 clip on worms. Carps eat worms. There you go. There you go. Chat has it. This is a catfish. This here is a catfish, folks. Oh, these freaking nibblers out here. These Ladoga nibblers. Hey. What's up, Mr. Rippus? At least you're not a Vindus. I mean, this is just like constant fish. Every cast, pretty much, we get a fish. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's not, but we're doing some fish over here. I don't have sandwich bait, and that spot was definitely not giving me whitefish at all. But again, I don't have sandwich bait, and I also don't have match rod. I don't have all kinds of things that might make it better. I don't know. But you know how it goes. Oh, sorry. I am at 73.55 now, by the way. I moved from the other spot to this spot. Well, whatever this was took off. It did not do the Vindus shuffle, I'll tell you that. It might have done the Rippus plunge, but it did not do the Vindus shuffle. Question mark. Oh, nice, Casimir. I might should try stonefly. I've just been doing the mayfly, but larva. Maybe I should try a stonefly larva. Because most people that are catching them in this spot are doing it on the bait, on the sandwich. Oh, we got it. Okay, that's so interesting. Oh, that's like a huge... Oh, that's a Rippus. Never mind. Of course she is. All right. Don't fly Sir a worm. I don't have sandwich bait on that account. Or do you just mean do them separately? Got to be a ripus or something else because it went down immediately. Okay, now I'm not. Now the Vindus are totally tricking me. These larger Vindus are acting unlike themselves. Angry Walker. There you go. No, you gotta go to the cafe to see orders. I will say that sometimes people in Discord, in my Discord, will post cafe screenshots. Like if they're talking with each other and somebody's there and can post it for people to see. But for the most part, you gotta go look at the cafe to see what's active, what's rolled off, and all that. Dang. This fish is really toying with it. Wow, we actually finally got it. It's a Vindus. Still leveling up that float fishing. All right. So, Young Sammy, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Y'all are the best. We've had several new followers as well today. But thank you for that sub. Looks like Manajak followed Verilacus, Ponytails. Thank you all for the follows today. These Vindus are about to drive me a little bonkers. Yes, they are. You certainly did not have to, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Why are other people catching whitefish here and all I catch are ripus and vindus? It's a nice smallie. It's a nice smallie. I'm gonna try a stonefly this time. I'll be a little slower and who knows. Okay, thanks, Razor. All right. What is this, chat? Is it just a giant ripus? Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, most. That's rough. That finishes the task for you? You're so close. Can Gar bite off the leaders? Yes, I think somebody in chat had that happen. Oh, is that right, Dark You? Hmm. Dark You, do you have sandwich? Oh, look at that weekly record, Ripus. You didn't at the start, but you got it at the end. That's amazing. Yo, Sandra, nice F1. Yeah, and Deriza, you caught tons of Volkov before the Balam. Perfect crawl. But you said the 05 as well, right? Somebody else was just in here talking about the 05. You gonna go get some sleep, Wrangler? Well, if you should, maybe you should. The perfect crawl. Oh. Perfect crawl. Sold out here. Oh, not this one though. But I bet you're using the 4. If I was betting. Oh, really? The 3.5 is? Really? Really now? You're gonna throw the 3.5 at me? I need to probably put Mayfly back on. I think the Volkovs are more like, I mean, more of the Volkovs have come in on the Mayfly than the Stonefly. Yeah, actually, let me see here. Since I have free travel, why don't I just grab it? Because I wouldn't mind trying both. I don't mind catching cats on my bigger setup. What leader size are you using, Razor? You can see what lures are working. The good ones are out of stock. Yeah, that's true. 17.4, okay. Craw, craw. All right. Kind of tempted to use the smaller one on my smaller setup and then put the bigger one on this setup, but let's see if both are working pretty good on this setup. We're at 17.4. All right, catfish. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying, Wrangler. $7 grams by itself. Thank goodness. What the rippus? Blah. Alright, why am I not getting jig step over here? We actually get too much weight. I don't know. How's it working? You keeping jig step up pretty good doing it? That's true, Bacon. I don't know. I really could not tell you. That's a great question. Okay. Can't be a Vendus. We know it's not a Vendus. And if it's a Rippus, it's a nice one. But that's not what we want it to be. Gummit. It's not the right one. But at least we caught a whitefish, right? I mean, that's the first whitefish I've had in hours. What am I searching for? Volkov. The Volkov. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm not getting a, let's try just a more normal jig step approach here. See if we can get it. Yeah, that fixed the jig step. Turning into a Vendus Pro over here. One painful fish at a time. Reset that Vendus. We don't want it. Oops. I wasn't supposed to do that. 49.36. 49.36. Oh, that's on the middle island. Yeah, I started there today. I don't know. I wasn't catching whitefish there, but I didn't spend this much time either. Like, that's back when I was naive and optimistic about the day, you know? Maybe I could have spent longer there. Recent trophies and reports have been kind of more in this area, but who knows? Oh, crap. We got it. We got that Bendis. $95.26. Uh, oh, yeah. I have not been out there yet. But was all this before the update? Before the. No, actually, that would have been more. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters where I go right now. But I'll circle. I mean, I'll cycle to those spots later today, possibly. We're still sitting on it. That's the 9-meter hole out in the near the buoy and stuff, right? Oh, where was it caught, Wrangler? Did y'all see that spot, by the way, with the ugly wobbler from the shore on the opposite side of Elk? People were catching the one of the gar types. I could not recreate it. I tried last night. I was actually tried pretty consistently for an hour. Could not do it. 108 clip 10 to 12. Nice. Yeah, hopefully so, Cassivier. Hopefully so. Large one hooks. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have a better bite rate on the Texas rig with the blue lobster. But, you know, maybe get better fish on this. I don't know. People were saying they were trophying off this lure. I've also been fishing in the same spot for a while now. That could start to affect it. I don't know. I don't know how we do it, chat. Float fishing like this. Yeah, I could use the blue lobster at the smallmouth spot. I also just like using Texas rig a lot. I like how the walleye have just sort of moved into this spot. G7. And then cast back to where I am now. Gotcha. All right, let's go. I'm going to actually go. I don't have a lot of time left, but let's go sit at that smallmouth spot for a minute and just see how that goes. $209 silver. We're making more silver on Vindus than we are at Elk Lake, I think. Yes, yes, they did put fly fishing collection in the cards. No. Do they actually mean fly fishing by this? Chub, linnox, salmon, trout, salmon, grayling, salmon, eyed. So yeah, they probably do. Maybe they're feeling optimistic about their ability to finish developing fly fishing and actually release it into the game. Yeah, I agree, Dark Hue. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. And I don't know for sure that it's... Oh, yeah, it's definitely the case. We haven't made 200 silver, I don't think. It's just interesting. It has a fly fishing picture. I didn't even think about fish with fly. Yeah, no, clearly this is someone who's fly fishing. I really haven't looked at the pictures that closely. That's cool. Volga Predators is a bit of an odd one. I like the Char family one. High level bass. I mean, I don't know. Do we have to choose? Can we just get both? You've never been excited for fly fishing? So, did you enjoy it in Fisher Online Wrangler? Did you enjoy how they implemented fly fishing there? It was something. I thought they did a fine job. I mean, I thought it was reasonably fun. It's not something I went back to a lot, but I thought it was pretty fun. Um, you've got some club records on it. That's awesome. Promo. It's. I mean, I think at least what we've heard is they are still working on trying to develop fly fishing to a point to release it in the game. I mean, at this point, it has been that way for a long time. So who knows? But so yeah, same here, Is. I mean, anytime you look at trout and salmon, those are the classic fly fishing fish. But technically, you can fly fish for almost anything. People fly fish for bass. Yeah, that's right, Blunty. That's been a little while ago now, but maybe they're still working on it. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Blunty. How's it working, Disco? I'll switch to that real quick before we go. Um, Sorry, promo. I didn't realize you were asking about cards in general. Yeah, the cards in general are just another thing for you to work on to collect them. And then when you fully collect a set, you get another skill point. Let me see if I can actually do this. I'm assuming. Well, let's see. Let's don't assume. Let's just figure it out. Okay, so now you do have this, by the way. You do have the red lobster you could try. Now, I mean, I'm not saying this is cheating, but this is another option. If you really want to go crawl. Yeah, Is, have you seen it how Fisher Online does it? They do a pretty good job with it. Okay. That was a quick bite. Like it. Yeah, that would be cool, Wrangler. Yo, what's up, Rise? Yeah, totally understandable, Ias. I did just think that um, Fisher Online showed me that although I imagine that RF4 will do it maybe even better, but that you can create a version of fly fishing that feels somewhat true to form with the line going back and forth, the weight being in the line, a lot of it letting the insect sort of sit on the water, either dry or wet, and I think they did a pretty decent job. So that gave me hope, but that's been years ago now, and we still don't have it in RF4. Again, I think I always imagine like, well, I can't wait to see what RF4 does with this technique and how they, but it's apparently just proven to be a little harder than they thought. Hey, there you go. Good job, Jamie. Got her done. China. Yeah, that's right, Ias. I like the way these white crappie look. So many of these fish at elk, the model is just so good. That is one thing at this point. I don't think there's another fishing game out there that does the models as well as RF4. And that wasn't always the case. Like, I wouldn't say early on when I was playing RF4 that the fish models were a strength of the game. I mean, they were fine, passable, but they have gotten so much better over the years. The ones they've gone back and redone or touched up, and then new ones that have come out, phenomenal. Yeah, New Lake Rise, that's right. What is Trophy Fishing 2, by the way? Is that on Steam? I'm just curious. I feel like I've seen that game before. But I'm so curious about how you're saying their fish models are so good. Oh, is this the one? Oh, this is such a fascinating little game, right? It's also free to play. This is like this is kind of like what Russian Fishing 3 was like. Yeah. I forget about this little game. Um this is like an English version of RF3. I wish that we had that. I think RF3 would be even better than this. But this was decent, if I'm being honest. It's very simplistic graphics wise, but the simulation part is there. Yeah, yeah. It's like RF3, but English. Not quite as developed as RF3, not quite as good, probably, but close. I mean, it's that kind of experience. Oh, that's cool, Jamie. And you can't do that? Yeah. It's been fun using different lobsters and craws and stuff today. At the end of the day, you can pretty much get different fish to bite on any number of these different lures. Some of them do seem to be better than others, but jigging is fun in this map, I agree. Alright, we're going to meet some friends for coffee, so I've got to start getting ready. Let's see if we hit any weird cafe orders with all of our bass. I doubt it, but it's worth checking. Oh, walleye order. I love it. Alright, we did not do the shad today. We did not do red ears. We did not do bluegill. We did not do gizzard shad. We did do a few crappie. Sure. And I don't know. I guess we'll do it. That's fine. And 274. So we did about 300 silver. That's not bad. That's not terrible. Okay, folks. Slowly working our way. We're still in the negative since the map came out, by the way. We've spent just over 2,000 silver more than we've made. But we're slowly getting there. We're slowly trying to make up the difference. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. Sorry, it's a little shorter today. But I'm going to get some streams in this week. We'll have some stream time this week. A little longer time. So look forward to seeing you then. Thank y'all for the support. Thank you for the sub, followers. Appreciate it. It's great to have y'all here. Great to hang out. I'll see you very soon. Oh, by the way, I think it's out on YouTube now, but I started playing Storage Hunter Simulator last night. Storage Wars, like of those kinds of shows, that was the one show that was like so fascinating to me. Not that I want to like change my career, but man, Storage Hunter Simulator. What a good time.